Thanks for staying tuned to STLTV Live. I'm Sarah Thompson, and I'm joined by Amelia Bond from Greater St. Louis Community Foundation. We've been talking about the Give STL Day that's taking place on Tuesday, May 5th. I want you to sort of clarify, too, I think this is a great idea that of all these 800 nonprofits, some of the money being raised is going to specific projects. It's not just being sort of funneled into the organization at large. They've actually set aside what the money's being raised.
We spent a lot of time holding training sessions to help the nonprofits figure out how to maximize the success of the day. And one of the tips that we learned from other community foundations and being done elsewhere in the country is, really try to pinpoint what's your goal for the day. Whether it's a matching grant from an existing donor and we want to put it towards putting 10 kids into apartments and getting out on their own, to just different specifics. And each organization knows what that is and what $10 means, or what the $2,000, $10,000, $20,000 that they might raise can do for them.
I've noticed that a lot more over the years, that nonprofits will actually really break down, they'll quantify. If you give $10, it's going to X amount of meals. If you give $100, it's actually going to help. It's going to help fund this. Do you feel that that's really helped people? Yes. Convince people to give more?
That is a big part of the strategy. Is donors want to feel impactful. They want to feel in control, that I made a difference. And so nonprofits have really become much more in tune with being able to communicate what is it that specific donor was able to do.
So outside of the May 5th date, you do a lot of other stuff throughout the year. It's not just all in preparation for this day. So talk about Greater St. Louis Community Foundation. It's been around for a long time. But what do you do exactly for those who aren't familiar with it?
This is our 100th year. This is our centennial at the St. Louis Community Foundation. And we're here to promote philanthropy and to assist donors in any way we can. The better a donor is, the more strategic in their giving, both during their lifetime and then in their afterlife, it creates a more vibrant region for St. Louis. And so we provide all kinds of services to donors. Today we have over 500 funds at the Community Foundation. About half of those funds are people that are alive and well and active donors, and we make giving as easy as possible for them. And so this is why the connection with the nonprofits is so important, because we're helping the nonprofits really have access to an organized group of donors under the umbrella of the Community Foundation. And then about half of our funds, about 250 of those funds, are people who are deceased, and we carry out their wishes today. Okay. For example, I have two great stories.
Sure.
One is our oldest fund is Edward Burdell, and Edward Burdell created through his will a fund in 1894. And it came to the Community Foundation somewhere along the line, I think in the 50s or so. And Edward Burdell was very specific. He wanted Bibles distributed for free on the streets of St. Louis. And so the Community Foundation makes sure that Bibles are distributed for free. Now we're not out there peddling the Bibles, but we do make sure that they are available to those that are interested in having Bibles.
As long as it's funded, that's great.
But then also we have just several hundred of these funds. Lucille Papendick was a citizen of St. Louis, and her fund came to us in 1993 and was worth about $250,000, and she wanted the income from her fund to go to the arts and education of children. And today her fund is worth over $450,000, and she has given away nearly that much. Last year, you may recall, when the kids of Normandy were going to go to Carnegie Hall in New York, it was because of Lucille Papendick that they were able to get there. She filled the gap of the funding.
That is so wonderful.
So there are just wonderful stories.
You must have a ton of wonderful stories. I'm like, we need a full hour with you to go through.
We do. We just have the most. It is just one of the most enjoyable jobs, and we just help people figure out ways to give their money. And every donor has a a
Right,
different
and
story.
even in this case with coming up with the Give STL Day, if you don't, it can be the $10 or if you got the $250,000 as you mentioned, but the importance of giving, the importance of giving. Well, we've got again that information for you on the screen on Tuesday, May 5th. It's Give STL Day. You can just do a minimum of $10, anything more to over or more than it's about 800 nonprofits that are going to be on this website. So please go check it out, givestlday.org, and actually for more information, I think from your website it probably leads you to the
Community Foundation, St. Louis Community Foundation website, or givestlday.org.
All right. Well, great. It was so great having you. We'll have to have you back. We'll see how much money was raised and have you back.
Thanks so
much. Thank you so much. All right. Well, we're not done yet. There's more to STL TV Live coming your way. We'll be right back after this.